Thank you so much for joining us today for this special Black History Month program on County Highlights. I'm your host, Melody Kitchen. We appreciate the opportunity to bring you special guests to tell you about the Wilmington Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity's special presentation of Angels Over Tuskegee at the Opera House in Wilmington. Thank you both so much for being here today.
You're welcome.
Now, today you're both here to discuss with me and for our audience at home the play that is coming here to the Opera House. And it is the Black Angels from Tuskegee. Can you tell me a little bit about that play?
Yes, that's a play written by Leon Grays, and it is a play about the Tuskegee Airmen. There are about 6 actors that are portraying the Tuskegee Airmen. It's not only a play for entertainment, but it's also a play for, it demonstrates how to deal with adversity. It also demonstrates how the Tuskegee Airmen performed as a team. So it is a very good play. It is right now off Broadway in New York.
Right.
And we are expecting the same actors that are doing the play in New York to be here in Delaware on February the 28th, starting at 3 o'clock at the Grand Opera House.
So this is a great opportunity for people that might not be able to go to New York to experience this here in their own home state.
That's correct. Not only an opportunity, but it is also, be my guest, that is at a reduced cost
right.
also.
I'm certain. So this is really just a great opportunity. Can you tell us why this play in particular was chosen?
Well, quite frankly, we chose a different play written by the same guy, Leon Grays. But he suggested that this play, because of its theme, would be more appropriate. And also, I found out later that this is the 75th anniversary of the Tuskegee Airmen.
Right.
So it becomes very appropriate for us to do this. But we had chosen another one of his plays, and he recommended this one and thought that this one would go over much better this time of the year. So we took his recommendation.
And we've talked to people that live out of town who have seen this play, and it's gotten rave reviews off in New York City. So we were anxious to bring it here to allow the people of Newcastle County to see and view it.
And this was through your fraternity, is that correct? It was a group effort to get this play here?
That's correct. We, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, the Wilmington Alumni Chapter, is sponsoring this play. It's really been sponsored by our 501c3 organization, which is Kappa Mainstream Leadership. So that's a foundation that is, I guess, a part of our chapter, but it's not. Obviously stands on its own. So it's really the Kappa Mainstream Leadership that's sponsoring the play.
So it was a group effort to bring this particular play here.
It was a group effort, and to bring something of this magnitude here to Wilmington, it's expensive.
Oh, okay.
And so we've had some very valuable sponsors that have helped sponsor the play, one of them being our own county executive,
right.
Tom Gordon, who always seems to step up when we need something that's in the community. He's always there to help us, so we really appreciate that, and I wanted to give him that recognition on the air. He's not alone, there are others, but I wanted to make that since this is NCC TV.
Now, it's also, I wanted to, bring up the fact that it's going to be here at the Opera House.
Yeah.
So it really is great to have, this fantastic off-Broadway play come to our Opera House, and bring that business in and sort of, promote the businesses in Wilmington. And I wanted to just make sure that I double-checked with you both on camera to emphasize to our audience where they can get their tickets, where they can purchase their tickets, so that everyone knows where they can order them before they sell out.
Yes. You can order them a few ways.
Okay.
The most convenient way for people who are computer literate is to just go to www.ticketsatthegrand.org.
Okay.
Or you can call the Opera House and order tickets. Or you can go up to the window, which is probably the least effective way, but it's there. So that's all available. And I guess also if you go on the Grand Opera House website, there's a link back to the tickets. So there are any number of ways that tickets can be gotten. And the Grand Opera House seats about 1,100 people. And I think by now we've sold maybe 300 or 400 tickets. So there's still plenty of opportunity to buy tickets. Some people wait until the last minute, of course.
Probably, yeah.
But there's still ample seats for people who want to see this.
Now, also, you mentioned before we began our interview that there's a workshop that goes along with this. Can you tell us a little bit about the workshop?
Yes. We decided that in addition to the dramatization of 6 young pilots seeking to overcome Jim Crow and to become pilots in the U.S. Army Air Force, that it might be appropriate to also have some historical context being given to what's being dramatized. And so we're going to have a workshop. It's going to be held the day before the play on Saturday, February 27th at the Episcopal Church of St. Andrew of Matthew. That's at 719 North Shipley Street, right off of Market Street.
Okay.
And that is going to be led by Dr. James Newton, who is the former professor and chairman of Black Studies at University of Delaware, who's got all kinds of additional information that very few people know about the whole, what they call Tuskegee experiment, which was more than just pilot training. There were a lot of other factors involved. And there's also, I think people will be interested in knowing there's a Delaware connection to the Tuskegee Airmen.
Right.
And I won't reveal what that is, except that it did involve 6 historically black institutions, one of them that resides in Delaware. So I've already told you this Delaware State University now, used to be college. They were part of the feeder pattern that fed students into the Tuskegee Airmen training down in Tuskegee, Alabama. So that's going to be from 3 to 5 on Saturday at the Episcopal Church of St. Andrew and Matthew. And you get all this background and then, of course, go to the play. And I think you got a full appreciation of everything that the Tuskegee Airmen experienced, things they had to overcome to be successful. So I think it's a fully integrated program in that respect.
So it really is special to Delaware, to all of its citizens, and I thank you both so much for coming on today and just giving our audience a little bit of information about the event itself. Is there anything you'd like to add before we wrap up today?
Well, I think it's also, Bob talked about the Delaware connection. We also have, living in Wilmington, and who will be our special guest at the play, one of the original Tuskegee Airmen.
Oh, wow.
And not only is he Tuskegee Airman, but he is also a Medal of Honor winner, awardee, and he was presented with the Medal of Honor by, I think it was by the president, although it was not the president who gave it to him. I think someone else gave it to him, but it was obviously signed by the president. And so he will be our guest of honor, and we are hoping to have more Tuskegee Airmen, some of the original ones. There is an organization, a national organization of Tuskegee Airmen, and one of the chapters is in Dover and another chapter in Philadelphia. So we hope to draw from those 2 chapters and have some of the original Tuskegee Airmen be present.
Absolutely. Well, I know it's going to be fantastic, and I wish you the best of luck, and congratulations on all your efforts to bring the play here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving us this exposure.
And before we wrap up, just one more time, can you give us when and where?
The workshop?
The workshop is Saturday, February 27th, from 3 to 5 o'clock at the Episcopal Church of Saints Andrew and Matthew. The play is the following day, Sunday, February 28th, at the Grand Opera House, again from 3 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. This wraps up another edition of County Highlights. We joined County Executive Thomas P. Gordon, a sponsor of the show, in inviting residents of all ages to attend the show, an off-Broadway dramatization about the history-making African-American men who broke racial barriers to become the first black pilots in the U.S. Army Air Forces. Play tickets are $35 each and may be purchased at www.ticketsatthegrand.org. Student tickets are $20, but all tickets have service fees. Proceeds benefit the Wilmington Alumni Chapter's outreach initiatives. This wraps up another edition of County Highlights, bringing you the people, places, and things that help make Newcastle County a great place to live. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned to NCC TV for more news and information about Newcastle County. For County Executive Thomas P. Gordon, I'm your host, Melody Kitchen. Thank you, and take care.